Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I have never felt, in the 5.5 years I've been doing this, and in the almost 8 years that I've been playing this game, because remember I played this game for over 2 years before I ever started uploading videos. I can't remember a time in the game that's so worrisome for the overall mental health of the community. I thought patch 12.0 was that point. And I think it was for a long time. Anytime a company gets you to finally pay $100, which at that point, $100 offer was not heard of. It's crazy. Now it's like, water in a well or something. Better analogy than that. But back then it was like $100. What? But it was $100 specifically so that people like myself could take our Scarlet Witches to rank 5 as 4 stars. And believe it or not, this Scarlet Witch Classic could beat any defender in the game and max stun. And oftentimes you get that defender in a corner and you've got the right synergies with especially stun duration and crits. The old school crit rating synergies that some of you OG heads know all about what I'm talking about. You could just stun lock somebody in a corner, and I made sure to do the smartest thing I'd ever done up to that point. Maybe the smartest thing I've still done in my life, which is to not download patch 12.0 until I had 100% explored all available story quest content, which I think was all of Act 4 up to that point, because people in my alliance who were brave enough, or in their cases regretful enough, to download patch 12.0 right when it came out, said that it was the worst decision they ever made because those champions were beyond nerfed to the ground. And again, those of you who were around back then know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you just have to trust us. There are YouTube videos and other Reddit threads and places you can look for pre-patch 12.0 Scarlet Witch and Thor and Doctor Strange and Black Widow, etc. that will blow your mind. The 4 stars hit like 12 stars. Rank 5, 12 stars. Yes, that's kind of a, dramatization. But you get the idea. They could do 100,000 damage, 200,000 damage. Felt like 1,000,000 damage, and if the defender only has 100,000 damage, it's like you do 100% damage in one special too with the right RNG. So I thought that was the low point of the game, and for a while it was. And then of course we've had some discussions of nerfs. There have been so many times where people have said, if you touch Hercules any way whatsoever, I will quit the game. And Kabam Mike made the decision on Twitter this month to joke about that, and it was met with a lot of venom from the community. Because I think it was a response to just people's overall state of the game in general. They didn't need an excuse to be triggered and annoyed, but that tweet certainly gave that to them. We have seen, even in the uncollected offers, if you were to buy everything with a new account and you get access to immediately the uncollected offers, you could have a better roster than people who've casually played this game for close to a decade. That's a fact. That's an inarguable fact. And if you're somebody who, like me, is Paragon, I came into here with 3 rank 5s. I still have in my inventory, ready to use this week in the next level up of it. And yeah, I've got some rank 1s, rank 2s, rank 3s, and rank 4s. But I've got a rank 4 to rank 5 tech and a rank 4 to rank 5 mystic. That's pretty awesome. That means I have a minimum of 2 more rank 5 ready to go 6 stars. Came into this week with 3. When I add 2 more, I'll have 12. Went from 3 to 12. And I went from 1 rank to 7 star to 2. OG Hulk and Domino, to be specific. While I've done this, I felt almost a little dirty, if that's a thing. Definitely guilty. Because even as a college professor who is about to get my first raise and promotion ever in the fall, yay, to what they call the Professor of Professional Practice, which in higher education, especially without a PhD, is a big deal. And I'm super proud of that. And this YouTube channel was literally evidenced in my letter for promotion, application, and consideration. That's a lot of words. And it helped sway the argument that even though I hadn't done 30 years of of traditional journalism work at, say, a broadcast station. I worked some for an NPR affiliate and a little for an NBC affiliate. This was enough to justify that I had experience needed to progress, which, again, is not at all guaranteed. Quite the opposite. But because of that, I have the $1,500, Lord help me, that it takes to buy everything right now, and most people either don't, or by doing it, they're making it harder for themselves to buy food this month, or pay rent, or more like max out a credit card. I don't know. It's a Marvel casino of champions for a reason. And I've been talking to people behind the scenes that look at how much these Paragon rosters have just ballooned, and even the Cavalier and the Thronebreaker rosters with the secondary tier of offers, and they just think, I was already close to being done because 7 stars are in the game, and the game doesn't feel like it used to feel. It almost feels like it's a different game, and I'm just done. And yeah, I mean, I've noticed it this year. You know, I think a lot of people's YouTube numbers, even if they're not an MCOC, are down 30 to 50%. And that could be a case of people just being fatigued of channels. That could be the case where maybe YouTube, unbeknownst to us, let bots and other viewers run wild because it helped almost artificially inflate viewer numbers. But then maybe that made them either get caught or suddenly they were losing money off of advertising revenue. I don't know. Somehow they took those bots away, and so the real views are always lower than the bots. We would have emails sometimes as content creators for the last 5 years of people saying, hey, your subscriber numbers are going to go down because we're going to remove fake accounts. We're like, wait, there's fake accounts out there? And, oh yeah, thousands of fake accounts that watch you and subscribe to you. And you're like, oh, well, that sucks. But I also think it's just the nature of this game. Like, I feel like in the Lion King timeline, we're trying to call Simba to come back because right now Scar's in charge and we're looking over the Pride Lands and there's nothing to eat. It hadn't rained in a couple months, and you might think you've got the biggest whale in the herd, for lack of a much better analogy, but that whale is dying because there's nothing to eat and there's nothing to drink, and maybe soon the pride will come for that whale. I cannot think of a better way to phrase this, and a much better way than I just phrased it, than one of my very loyal supporters that I helped hook up to ISO 8Y back in the day when I helped that alliance get started. Shout out to all my ISO 8Y friends and family. I have darkened the screen because this is a line message that I'm going to read, and I just didn't want to give out any private information if you didn't want it. But Amarius Rex says, hey, Prof, hope this message finds you well. You helped me find my forever home in ISO 8Y, and have led me to build friendships that have lasted many years since your video to help grow the group. I am now messaging you in some hood that you are able to pull, and I think it's some hope, that you're able to pull any sway with the community or any Kabam reps. Now, Kabam might watch my channel sometimes, but that doesn't mean I have any sway. But yeah, I'm still going to try to really focus on the balancing in this game. I'm sure you have noticed the drastic increase in meta shift in comparison to other rank or star rating introductions from these past week's deals. After the last year, I already had noticed a trend in marquee deals offering rewards that would soon be the norm within a couple of months, but the jump has shifted too far, and I feel this is leading to the demise of the game. I love this game very much for many years, and it brought me so much happiness through some bad periods of my life, your stream included. I appreciate that. But the recent trend and direction of the game has left me no choice than to discontinue playing because there is no way to compete reasonably with Battlegrounds being pushed, and Lord knows how Alliance War will look when they reintroduce that. I've been there before through the quote-unquote wolf calls, for the record I do not know what that is, in the past, but this one feels different and is feeling the pressure from current directions that will lead to a major player exodus. I have been warned of this. Maybe that's going to be the title of this video. I've been warned of a major player exodus. Is the writing on the wall? Maybe. There are a lot of people who've put more money into this game than their car, than their rent, maybe even than their house. And so, yeah, you can sell your account and walk away, or maybe you can just try to get all the refunds you can get, let it go to negative units before Kabam deletes it, and be done with it that way. I certainly know people who've tried to do that. And I do think that's also why Kabam is moving to the online store more. It's not just for them to make more money and not have to give 30% cut to Google Play or Apple. I also think it's harder to get a bunch of refunds, I would think at least, that way versus Google Play and Apple, which normally they're just like, all right, you know what? I'm not even going to investigate it. If you say you've been screwed over, here's the money back. Good luck. I don't know if there's a major player exodus soon, but I do get it. I get where people are coming from. And if this is the beginning of the end, it's been an amazing ride. But I'm going to continue to make videos and stream until the servers are gone. Because this has been the greatest experience of my life, and I love Israel very much, and I think we have a bright future together. But this has also been in my life a lot longer than she has. And so I feel loyal to continuing this path, even if videos that once gained $10 of revenue now can't even gain 10 cents. When you do it for fun and when you do it for the community, the purpose doesn't change. And that's one of the many reasons why I've continued to upload the volume that I have. Revenue seems irrelevant compared to giving people something to watch. And I'm blessed to be able to say that. And I'm blessed to be able to produce this video. I know it's longer than usual, but I think it's a very important video that needed this time focused on it. Have a great rest of your week, YouTube. I'm Arius Rex and others. Thank you for reaching out and talking to me about this behind the scenes and now being featured in this video.